The Lutheran Church Missouri Synod is baptized for this moment for Lutheran theological education around the world. Lutheran churches, both our partner churches and non-partner churches, are asking the Missouri Synod right now to help them train their future church leaders and their pastors in country. The Global Seminary Initiative was an idea that President Harrison had to bring future church leaders and future seminary professors from other countries to our seminaries so that they could learn a good, solid Lutheran education and go back to their country and have a maximum impact.
I have, in our synod only, we have 1,320 congregations and 603,000 members. We have only 155 pastors and 285 evangelists. And so even though we experience the growth numerically in the church, we have shortage of trained manpower and trained pastors. So it's very important to have pastors trained here.
The Ethiopian Church recognized that the Missouri Synod taught very similar to them and have asked us to come and help them train their pastors.
Albert Korber and Joel Lanvar came to my synod and they visited my churches there in the city and also countryside, and so they saw our seminary, Bible schools, and the synod center, and how we worship, and how we use the liturgy, how we use the Athanasian Creed, the Apostolic Creed, and the Book of Concord. These all things, and they saw and they said it is very similar and good.
It really is a very concrete response to the 6 mission priorities that have been spelled out for Synod, particularly number 2, which is to strengthen theological seminaries, both here in America and overseas, and to therefore train pastors, teachers, and professional church workers.
I come from Taiwan, and Taiwan is a very highly commercialized, and many churches influenced by church growth movement, our charismatic movement. Many Christians were very confused about this. So I think, what is Christian identity? It should be defined by our Lutheran confession.
In the past, our missionaries have done a great job in preparing the local indigenous clergy to be professors and to teach. But oftentimes after the missionaries leave, there's isolation sets in. It's always healthy to have a missionary or two be part of the faculty and learn the culture, be there over a long period of time, because they can bring a lot to the local seminary. For example, when the missionaries left, oftentimes textbooks stopped coming in, the libraries ceased to develop, and so they play an important part in keeping the churches connected to our church, the Missouri Synod, and other resources around the world.
When the professors come to our seminary, they can train a lot of people. But when we bring a person to here, we can bring maybe 1 or 2 or 3. So I more value that professors come to Ethiopia and teach more pastors and train that, so that we might have more pastors, because we are serious shortage of the trained pastors there.
In Siberia, the theological education provided by the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod strengthened that emerging church and has eventually led to church fellowship. There are other examples of this around the world. For instance, in Liberia, the bishop of that church came to Concordia Seminary, St. Louis, and now we are entering fellowship with the church in Liberia.
The need for monetary support for the Global Seminary Initiative is really great. If we had more, we could do more, obviously. Right now, we're watching our pennies so closely, getting as much bang for the buck as we can. But we're only able to bring in so many students because of the high cost of transportation, the high cost of health insurance, tuition, and these things add up very quickly. And so there are excellent students out there that can make a real difference in the church at their seminaries, and we're just not able to bring them to our two seminaries here to study.
I think the most important thing is, what is church? Okay, what is Lutheran church? I hope my church, especially Lutheran church in Taiwan, not only is a Lutheran appearance a Lutheran, I hope its identity also be a Lutheran. It means our heritage, our confession, and our faithful in God's word will be sustained in the church, in the past, in the church members.